We see the white mobility paratransit service vehicles all over the area, transporting patrons and providing area residents with important lifelines to medical appointments, educational opportunities, and social activities each day. There are a few changes ahead for mobility that MTA customers, care providers, family members, and those who use the service should know about. Here with more on this is Deputy Chief Operating Officer of Core Service, Lauren Skyver. Hi, Lauren. Great to have you back again.
Thanks so much for having me, Joanna.
It's been a while since you've been on Commuter Connections. So what's new? What's going on with mobility?
Well, mobility service, as you know, is a specialized van service for people who can't functionally use our fixed route service. It provides equal access to paratransit and is very important to the community here in Baltimore.
And I see it, as I said in my opening segment, it's everywhere in the city. So you mentioned that there's some important changes that are going on.
Well, we have 5 basic enhancements that we're planning for the service. The first would be a service area adjustment. And what that is bringing the service area into compliance with 3/4 of a mile around our local fixed route service.
It has to be within 3/4 of a mile of what? A bus stop, a facility?
Anywhere one of our local routes, lines, rail lines are included, anything that's local, not our commuter services.
Gotcha.
A 3/4 of a mile buffer around that line.
Okay.
So we would serve the community to 3/4 of a mile.
Okay.
It's a small percentage of our population of riders that are affected by this change. A small percentage of trips compared to the amount that we do each day. But
Okay.
we will be working and reaching out with those customers individually to help them understand the changes and the different solutions we'll have.
Now, how long has MTA been providing mobility service?
Mobility service has been in existence since the early 70s. It's gone through a lot of changes since then, and it's become a very robust provider of transportation services to our community.
Well, how many trips a day, or how many trips, I don't know how you guys measure it, would you say a month or a year that MTA provides?
Well, we do over 1 million trips a year, about 5,000 a day.
I want to stop right there. 1 million trips a year for mobility paratransit. That's amazing.
Yes, it's
Okay.
a lot of folks that need our service. They need to access work, school, and the social activities that they do during the
Now
day.
back to these service enhancements that are in store. You mentioned that bringing us into compliance to, are these federal regulations, state regulations?
These are federal regulations, the Americans with Disabilities Act, that require public transportation to provide mobility service at least 3/4 of a mile around any local fixed route.
Okay, so that's the first one. You said there were some additional service enhancements?
Right. We're also going to be introducing conditional eligibility.
Okay.
Conditional eligibility is a determination when a person comes in to apply for mobility, and it directs that they would use the service under certain conditions.
Okay.
Meaning there would be some trips that they might use on fixed route because they are able to, and some they would use on our mobility paratransit service.
But I would think that being able to use both mobility and fixed route gives you a lot more freedom.
It definitely does. It promotes independence for our riders. You know, being able to walk out and catch a bus or train is much more convenient than some of the
Waiting
parameters.
or, yeah.
Exactly, of paratransit service.
And so are there any other service enhancements?
We're very excited that we'll be rolling out a travel training program. This program is designed to teach people how to use fixed route, not just people with disabilities, but seniors, people new to the area, school children, others who may want to use public transportation as a way to access their activities.
Well, I mean, these all sound like incredibly good things. I mean, the first thing is that certainly we always want to be in compliance with the federal government because it's all about funding. We're actually showing people that they can broaden their options with regard to getting around, and we're training them on what they can do.
Right, we have 2 more enhancements that I'd like to just briefly talk about. One is that we're revising our no-show policy. As many of our riders know, if a person doesn't call in and cancel their ride, it affects their trip.
Right.
And one of the things we want to do is work with customers for them to better understand how not calling us and canceling their ride affects the service provision for others that are on that vehicle.
Because these are schedules, so these are scheduled rides. Okay.
Exactly. And then the last is we're very excited to announce that we're going to be doing web-based booking. People will be able to, it's great.
Yeah.
They'll be able to access our booking modules through the web. This is a good thing for all our customers. Not only does it provide a more convenient way to book a paratransit trip, a mobility trip, but it also frees up customer service agents for those who don't have the internet.
Because that is, I mean, that has been the bane of your existence, the phone calls, people not being able to get through. So they can go online, they can still call, of course, but they can go online, book it, and will they get confirmation numbers or codes?
They sure will. And it'll be a predetermined list. So not all trips can be booked by the web, but there are at least routine trips, work, school, doctor's appointments that they can book through the web. And again, we're really excited about the benefit that has to our riders who don't use the internet. There'll be more customer care agents available to help them with their trip scheduling.
Well, it sounds like we're rolling out a lot of enhancements that are really going to help the customers.
These enhancements are all designed to protect resources, to improve service for our riders,
Certainly.
and to ensure that those who really need these trips to destinations that they can't access on fixed route have that service available to them, and it's timely.
Now, are there challenges to providing this service? I mean, I would have to think that budgetary-wise, there's certainly just challenges in providing such a wide variety of services.
I don't know that our riding public understands just how expensive mobility service is.
Right.
And it's important for you to know that our agency realizes the importance of the service.
Right.
But it
It's
is
a need.
very
It's a
costly
need.
to provide.
Right.
Mobility costs the same amount annually as both rail modes, metro and light rail.
Now, I know people out there are going to really have a lot of questions. How can they get more information? Should they call? Should they visit the website? What do you recommend?
Well, there's several ways they could get a hold of us, Shawana, and ask questions or get
Okay.
more information. One would be for them to call our two numbers we have set up for mobility comment. That's 410-764-8182 or 410-764-8254. We've also set up a direct email account so that our customers can email us with comments and get information. They can reach us at mobilitycomment@mta.maryland.gov. Or, of course, visiting our website at www.mta.maryland.gov.
Alrighty, well, we'll make sure we have that on the website, and we'll make sure we feature it on the segment. Alrighty?
Well, thank you so much, and thanks for letting me come by.
To see you. And you know what? I really appreciate you coming and sharing this information. There are a lot of folks who are mobility customers that watch the show, and this is important.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Coming up next, the MTA is interested in receiving feedback from you about your ride. That's up next. Stay with us.